You gonna do what I tell you? It's a 1 and a 2 and a skiddly daddly do. You don't start on the daddly do. You're gonna start on the skiddly, where I'm gonna take your noses and turn it upside down.
Yes, Papa.
Yes, Papa. Always you say yes, Papa. But never do I do what you tell me. Never do you tell me what I'm... Where's your handshake sniff? Give me that. Where are you... You got a handshake sniff? Ooh. That's my watch. You... Blow. Look, here it comes. It's a 1 and a 2 and a skiddly daddly do. If you're going to be careful, you're going to be a big, beautiful young girl. Oh, Miss Thornton, when I first saw you, I thought you was a little girl. Your cheeks.
Thank you, Tolio. You're so thin I hardly recognize you.
Oh, thank you. Come on, everybody. Tolio, he's built you some swings and pinky dots. Miss Priscilla, I didn't think you was coming back.
Gee, you like it? Swear. Come on, I'll show you the camera. Think, I'm going to get to live in a big house like that. We don't live in the house with their mom unless it rains. We live in those tents over there. Wash our own dishes, wash our own clothes, and make up the bed. Why, what's the matter? That's what I do at home. That ain't fun. Gee, I'm sorry. Oh, that's all right. Where's my tent? Come on, let's find out.
Wrong with her, we owe it to our social conscience to correct it.
Perhaps the tree set her.
You know, she hasn't seen any.
It wasn't the tree. She said her father slept in a tent. Her father slept in a tent? Yes. He works in a WA factory or something, and sometimes when they're away, they sleep in tents. Terrible.
So, this is just an ordinary camp to her.
And what's she going to do when she finds out she has to make her own bed?
Light fires and wash dishes.
She'll ride home, that's what she'll do.
And maybe she'll tell her folks that's the way our families live.
If she does, we'll send her back home.
Oh, no. No, we can't. That's our duty as the privileged classes, the poor dear.
Poor dear. That isn't what you told me on the train.
Now, see here, Letty Lou.
Oh, well, she gives me a pain in the neck. I say make her do everything we do. Nobody likes her, or they're afraid to say so. I like her, and I'm not afraid to say so. You would. You like anybody after the way your father and mother treat you.
Well? Well, I won't stay in this tent. I'm going over with Pip Emma.
Gambling is inexcusable even for older people. No doubt you've been influenced by members of your family, and I regret it very much. I expect you to return that jewelry to the children immediately.
But they were mean to me.
How can you say girls are mean who use their spending money to pay for your trip to the camp?
You mean they did it themselves? For me?
Exactly. Now, aren't you ashamed of yourself?
Yes, sir.
You go now and give it back to them.
Yes, sir.
That's all.
Each penguin makes up her own bed, takes her turn waiting table, handles her own laundry, and assists in any other duties that may...
Will you give it to him?
I'm sorry. You'll have to.
Yes, sir. I'm awful sorry. It'll never happen again. I love ice cream. You can have mine if you want it. Thank you.
Poor little kid.
No, it isn't as serious as that. She'll find herself.
Oh, that Thornton dame gives me a pain, bawling her out the first day. No uniform. I'll bet her tongue's hanging out for one.
You'd know about uniforms, of course.
You bet. You don't think I play football in a bathrobe, do you?
You play football in a beard. And where's it getting you?
Oh, we're on that subject again.
Well, you asked for it.
Oh, go knit your sweater.
We didn't do much today because the first day we just loafed. Ladybug, ladybug, fly away home. Tomorrow we start fighting early. It's fun then. Wish Mom and Pop were here. The house is on fire and your children are gone. You like uniforms, don't you? All my life. My family, too. They only take jobs where they can wear uniforms, if they can get jobs. You want to wear my coat a little while? Gee, that'd be great, but nobody will see us. I wear it all the time, only, you know, secret societies. They have to have rules. Yeah, I know. Hopsy, topsy, boy, oh boy. My Pop had one like this once. He belonged to the Knights of the Knowing Circle. Doesn't he belong to it now? No. The cops broke it up for selling lottery tickets. This is sure keen. Does your father tell you everything? Everything he knows. So does Mom and Jerry and Uncle Dan and Grandpa. I can cook. Gee, that must be wonderful. Cooking's not hard. I mean, it must be wonderful when they tell you everything. I wish mine did, but parents always do. Mine don't. They're not together. I mean, they don't live together very often. Why not? Because they get mad at each other, and it might be a long time before they get glad again, so they move. If they get mad in New York, Father goes to Florida, Mother goes to Long Island. My governess gets hay fever, and I can't live with them. It's ever so complicated. My Mom and Pop get mad sometimes. Mom says you can't stay mad very long in 2 rooms. I wish we lived in 2 rooms. Maybe you might tell him so. I'd be too scared to. Oh, I'd never be scared to tell you folks anything. Grandpa says so. I've even thought of running away. But I'm afraid of gypsies, and if I did, everybody knows everybody else, and sooner or later they'd find me. And shame Mother and Father, and talk to them like Letty Lou talked to me, and I just couldn't stand that. Oh, I try awfully hard. I do. You mustn't. Penguins don't cry. There is our shepherd on high, tending his flock from the sky. You'll always find him in up in the moon making breeze. If the apes are Good evening. I was going to tell you... I wasn't having such a good time. But after what Janet told me about her Mom and Pop, I guess maybe you better count me out of it. Won't you please fix it so they can live in 2 rooms? And bless Jerry, Mom, Pop, and Grandpa, and my uncles as follows. Dan, Ed, Jack, Bert, Mike, West, Fez, Pete, Louie, Freddie, and Shirley.
That tooth's coming out.
It's just coming in.
Same thing, same thing.
Class dismissed.
Where now? Calisthenics. Like gymnasium? But I haven't got a trim suit. Well, I can lend you some if we're the same size. Oh, no, you don't. They're just shorts. Well, what does Section 5, Paragraph 9 of the Penguin Mystic book say? It says, nor shall a non-member of the Penguins be allowed to wear any kind of a uniform. But it doesn't say shorts. It doesn't have to. You can't interpret the bylaws. I'll have to take it up in the next meeting. It's all right, Janet. I'm having a good time anyway. I'm sorry. See you later. Bye.
Something ought to be done about Pip Emma's teeth.
Dentistry isn't part of the gift. She has parents.
Yes, he's a nice child.
Dr. McKay, inspect, please.
Well, boys, how old are you?
46.
46.
No, I'm 46. This one is 4, that one is 6. This...
Oh. You open their mouth. Let me see those teeth.
No. You're always hungry. I'm going to take him and feed him. You always got to eat. Excuse me, I go feed him now.
Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
What are you making?
1, 2,
A paint for Grandpa.
5,
Why aren't you exercising?
Section 5, Paragraph 9 of the Penguins.
But only of the uniforms. It doesn't say you can't exercise.
3,
No.
4, 5,
No, it don't. That's...
7, 8.
Boy,
1, 2,
Strange
3,
child.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5. Class, halt. 1, 2. Pip Emma,
Yes, sir?
come here. Why were you late?
Oh, I see. You want me to be a murderer.
I beg your pardon?
5 line cubs all in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right across the road. They see me coming. I'm running like mad. Can I stop in time? What shall I do?
I'll tell you what to do. Get back in that line. Now, in doing your calisthenics,
I know. My Uncle Bert runs a gymnasium.
get back in line. That's a rotten shame. You know that.
What now?
She hasn't even any shorts to wear.
Oh, be reasonable, Dennis. The girls have their own club and their own rules. It isn't for us.
Okay, no uniform, but the girl's entitled to a little courtesy. You don't invite somebody to dinner and then tell them to sit outside while they eat. You know what I'd do? If I was running this place, Would you get back in that line, please? Quiet. Next exercise. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Doesn't that hurt him?
No, he's not a him. He is a she.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, don't thank me. It's not my fault.
Well, thanks anyway.
Say, I got 1 more cows to milk. You gonna help me sing another bucketful?
Oh, I'd love to. Oh, Pip Emma, will you come here a minute? Could you do it alone?
I think so.
You understand we're not trying to be nasty about the uniform. I know. Section 5, Paragraph 9. But I've been thinking. It seems to me there's an old writing outfit over there in that building. And I don't think we mind if you use that one. Thanks. Oh, thanks a lot. In here? Yes. Go right in. Hello? Good shot. Let me throw one. No. A little bit lower. Get it in the forehead. More. Whoa. Hold right there, Pip Bennett. I'll show you what Franklin does. Hey, you're sorry.
What's going on here?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It's marvelous. Magnificent.
Wait till I finish.
Oh, so they've been giving you my strawberries.
Yes. Say you'll never do it again.
We'll never do it again.
Grandpa says a good cane is mightier than a sword.
Your grandpapa says this? He must be a wonderful man. I got to meet him.
Where's that riding outfit?
What riding outfit?
The girl said there was one here.
Oh, the girls must be fooling you. You got to have a riding outfit?
Yes.
Come here, my little angels.
Yes, Papa.
I show you the cane is mightier than the rose, than a sword.
All those that want to go on the old trail with the haunted house, say aye.
Aye!
The haunted house it is. Where's Pip Emma? Oh, Pip! Pip Emma, come here!
Coming, Mr. Dennis.
Couldn't you just hug her?
For once, we agree.
Come on, let's go. There you are. Pip Emma, meet Prince. Now, in mounting a horse...
I know. My Uncle Jack's a mounted policeman.
I was afraid of that.
Hi, Janet. Her and her uncle. That's a keen outfit, yeah.
Why aren't you swimming?
I can't.
Well, don't you want to learn?
No.
Why not?
It's cold.
Well, happy warriors never worry about things like that.
But I'm not a happy warrior. Besides,
But suppose someone were drowning. Wouldn't you want to be able to save them?
but we don't drown down our way. We haven't got any legs.
Well, at last we found one thing she hasn't got an uncle for.
The little show. Don't worry. It isn't much fun anyway.
Claudine Elliott. Gloria Harkinson. Thank you. Oh, silly girl.
Why don't you pay your bill?
Louise Reese.
Judy
Lady Lou Mason.
Thank you.
Betty Camina.
Sorry, Miss Thornton, no mail.
She never gets any mail. Oh, grouch bag, why should she? Strange how certain girls expect letters, isn't it? Meaning her? I'm not looking at the sun. You will be with another crack like that. Emma. I'll flatten her off like a carpet.
Hip Emma Ben.
Yes, sir? Thank you.
Janet Cooper.
Thank you.
Well, wait a minute now. Here.
Thanks. Grandpa, Grandpa, Grandpa. Grandpa, Grandpa, Grandpa. I bet if I had children, I'd write them every day. Me too, and I'd tell them everything. Just, dear precious, take good care of yourself. Your mother's darling child. And sign by Miss Elizabeth, her secretary.
I was hoping that maybe when we had the swimming race, they might come up and maybe if I could win, but I couldn't. Well, they wouldn't want a divorce. We could be happy, like your folks, I mean.
But you got me and Grandpa and Mom and Pop and Jerry and all my uncles. We'll love you awful much, we will. Oh, Pip Emma. Okay. That's Janet's letter. I know it. Dare read that letter. My dear daughter. I will not. Well, then go on. I know it. Don't throw in your legs. You can't swim. Oh. You can't swim. Don't let her throw you in the lake. I won't.
very easy on you, merely asking you to apologize to the girls. You deserve a great deal more punishment. Your actions since you've been here are simply beyond my comprehension. You've fretted and pouted and made everybody miserable. And what's more, you've told a lie. You said you couldn't swim.
I didn't want him to laugh.
Laugh because you can't swim?
No. Because...
Because what?
Because I got too many uncles.
And what have your uncles got to do with it?
She told me, Miss Thornton.
I'm asking her. Go on.
Well, my uncles and grandpa, they learned me.
Taught me?
They taught me everything. And Uncle Charlie, who's a lifeguard, he taught me to swim. Their uncles will teach them things to do. And I'm not going to apologize. I won't apologize.
Hello.
All right, I will. I'm sorry. I'm awful sorry I held that Lou under the water. I'll never forgive you. Never, never, never. But I'm sorry anyway. I thank you. I hate her. I hate her. I hate her.
Don't blame Letty Lou.
I don't mean her. I mean that old grouch bag.
But Miss Thornton's a good woman.
Yeah, she's a good woman. If she's a good woman, why don't you get letters?
Because there's nobody to write to her. She's all alone in the world. You see, you wouldn't understand because you have people who love you. Lots of people.
You mean she's never had anybody? She's never had any letters or anything?
No. Aren't you sorry?
I'm sorry.
Hey, Thelma.
Yes, sir?
Come here. Run along. Run along.
And there we stood face to face, glaring at each other. Just me and the tiger. He thinks by this time that I'm afraid of him, but I'm not. I give him a mean eye. He gives it back. I snarl, "Arr." Of course, he snarls right back. But I didn't take this lightly, because the world over, a tiger is a tiger. And I wanted a little firmer footing before I came to blows with a Bengal tiger. And as in all African jungles, my friends, the monkeys, were screaming a warning as I backed into a clearing.
Right away. Will you lend me your fountain pen? Sure, good.
When he settled back on his haunches for a spring, he sprang. I was absolutely fascinated with that beautiful projectile of striped furs that came hurtling through the air toward me. What was I to do? I got the tiger in the air, you know.
Will you give me lots of writing paper and some envelopes?
Well, of course.
Good.
But his eyes were glaring like balls of fire. His huge... Oh, what is this? I'm telling a simple personal experience, and you come in and interrupt me.
3, Mom, Pop, Jerry, Grandpa, 12 uncles, that's 16. Would you trust me with 17 3-cent stamps?
17 3-cent? Why, sure.
Good.
Now, let's see, where was I? Oh, yes. His cavernous mouth was wide open by this time, and he was roaring at me. What was I to do? 17 3-cent stamps. I wonder which ones were that?
Dear Grandpa, I want to tell you about Miss Thornton. She never gets any letters. So I thought maybe if all of you would write her letters, it'd be just like she had a family or something, and then she could be happy like other folk.
Poor thing.
Poor thing, nothing. No uncles, no cousins. She's lucky.
Jerry, shut up.
George.
What's a guy gonna put in a letter to an old maid?
Tell her about the time when you was honest. You can get that on a postcard. Now, Grandpa, I've got something awful serious. Janet Cooper's father and mother are going to get a divorce. And poor Janet is heartbroken. I was thinking maybe if you could fix it so.
Well, come on, read it out loud.
Park Avenue, eh?
Where are you going, Grandpa?
Out! Is this Cooper's home?
Have you an appointment?
There what?
Unless you have an appointment, there's nobody home.
Ah, there ain't one to me.
Why, I'll call the police.
Outrageous. Preposterous.
I am not deaf. You don't have to shout at me, Mr. Cooper.
Then why don't you answer me?
Any questions you may have will please be addressed to my attorney.
I'll talk to my wife if I want to, Mrs. Cooper.
Mr. Fisher, will you please tell him to get on with the divorce business?
There are a few added requests, Mr. Cooper. I think you will find them. Talk to my attorney.
I won't read it. Tell her it's a magnificent legal document, and I'll sign it. I'm agreeable to anything.
Stop it, Franklin. Stop it. You're just talking.
You read this?
Yes, sir.
I'm being fair, am I not?
Yes.
More than fair, am I not?
Indeed you are.
And the newspapers won't call me a cad?
The newspapers won't know.
You tell her to keep out of this.
Tell him I will, gladly.
I'll sign 1,000 whereases, to wits and herebys to get this over with. There. Nobody can say it isn't a fair, proper division of everything we have.
And how do you propose to divide the child?
Who are you?
Sit down. I'll tell you when we're alone. Get out of here, both of you.
As Mr. Cooper's attorney, I object. As Mrs. Cooper's attorney, I object.
And I object to you. Get out, both of you. Attorneys. Homes legally broken up for specialty. Get out, both of you, before I start specializing in skull breaking.
Mrs. Cooper!
Mr. Cooper! Get out! The Coopers have nothing to do with this. They're going to see the child they haven't got any respect for.
Who hasn't got respect?
Huh. Is he always like that?
Frankly, yes.
Huh.
Get out of this house, do you hear?
All right, all right. I thought you might be interested in your daughter's condition. I might have known that when people are getting a divorce, they only think of themselves.
You mean Janet's ill?
Well, it ain't jaundice, and it ain't measles. It's sort of brown spots at the end of her nose.
It's good.
Sign up for the big race. Now, look, all of you girls that are going in this race tomorrow have to have your applications in now. Now, Miss Cecilia, how about you? I suppose you're in.
Certainly.
And you, Letty Lou?
No, siree, I'm her coach.
Marion?
Sure, Mom, you're going to be in it. I can't. Oh, yes, you can.
All right, now, anybody else now?
Yes, Janet. She's racing. Oh, Pip there, Ma. She has to speak for herself. You can't do it. Oh, yes, I can. I'm her coach. Who do you think you are, anyway? You got ears. Don't you talk to me like that. You what? You Pip Emma, you silly Billy Gilly. How dare you? I'll go wash her neck.
Whoa, no. Break it up.
She's in. Janet's in, ain't she, Mr. Dennis?
It's ain't, it isn't. Or yes, she's in.
There. Come on, Janet. What do you got there? Call a special meeting of the Penguins. That's what I'll do. Now? Penguins! Come here a minute!
Read it to me. Heard of Janet's illness? Leaving immediately? Mrs. Franklin Cooper. Oh, yes, I got the message, thank you. But it's ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. And it's too late to stop them.
Oh, there must be some mistake.
No, there's no mistake, Priscilla. We're in trouble. The Coopers will find out the truth. No. Janet didn't do it. She's a timid child, much too timid. Pip Emma.
Oh, but if she did anything, it's only because she...
I'm not interested in the because. I'm not going to be unjust to the child, but something has to be done. Send her to me at once.
Yes, Miss
What is mean? It's going to be starting.
No mortal, lest she be a penguin, shall enter the purple chamber of mystery.
I'm looking for Janet and Pip, Emma. Do you know where they are?
I don't know, and we don't care.
And now that we have emerged from the darkness, be seated. Will the penguin of the left flank please read the charges?
She put popcorn in Claudine's bed.
Did it hurt, wing member?
It sure did. She had Tolio's boys dress up like ghosts and scare us. She complained about the food. Said anybody who didn't like fried potatoes and onions was cracked. And now comes the worst part of all. She wore Janet's uniform when she thought nobody was looking.
That is unforgivable. What about Janet? She let her.
We'll take care of her later. All in favor of sending Pipetta back home tomorrow, say aye. Aye! Contrary-minded, no. No? Good.
I know you know best, but I think it's unfair of you to expect her to change so quickly.
So do I. You're out of order. Now let's continue.
The winner of the swimming race will be the new president of the Penguins. But that means Cecilia will be president again.